Hi, everybody. Welcome to the lunch break. Phoenix Kawamoto here with the Office for Community Wellness. Thank you so much for joining us. And I want to thank our special guest today, Suzu, who is here to share her experience and a number of different skills that you might find helpful in these times when if and when your anxiety starts running high, which is a very common experience with everything we're going through in these challenging times. So, Suzu, thank you again for being willing to do this. And we look forward to seeing and hearing what you have to share with us. So, welcome to the lunch break.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for creating the space for people to come to and take a break from everything that's going on outside in this world, and to share their feelings. And I know that anxiety is one of those feelings that are really kind of running rampant right now. I'm Suzu. I am a licensed massage therapist. I have been since 1991. And I'm really happy to be here to share some of what I've learned about how to cope with anxiety. One of my certifications is in Urban Zen Integrative Therapy. So what I'll be sharing with you is based on Urban Zen, but it's not all of Urban Zen. And I've also added some other things. But basically, Urban Zen was created by Donna Karan after she lost her husband to cancer. And while being by his bed, trying to get as much help as she could to address issues that were beyond her husband being a body in a hospital, she had a person coming in doing yoga with him, just in bed movements, and someone helping him with meditation, and another person doing aromatherapy. And after he passed, she realized she really wanted to create something that so other people who were going through the same thing could actually be treated as a whole person while they were in the hospital receiving care. And so she called upon Rodney Yee and his wife Colleen Saveman Yee and other Buddhist meditation teachers, and together they created this wonderful model to address things like pain, anxiety, nausea, insomnia, constipation, and also exhaustion. So it was also, to help the caregivers as well, because, sometimes the caregivers get forgotten and they are exhausted. So these tools are very practical and very easy to do wherever you are, which is why I really am happy to share them with you. And I just, I hope that you'll get something from this. So the first thing that I'd like to share with you are simple movements that you can do in bed or in a chair. If you are sitting in a chair, what you want to do is move your feet, kind of flexing your feet. Flex and point and flex and point. And you can also do them if you're in bed with your legs straight ahead. Just flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. And the point is that when we have anxiety, all of our energy spirals up to our heads, and we want to bring our energy down to our feet, and we want to bring our focus down to our feet. So you're going to flex and point and flex and point. And you can look at your feet, just really bring all of your attention to your feet. And circling one way and then circling your feet the other way. You can even circle them in opposite directions and then circle them back in opposite directions. So that's one way to just kind of ground yourself into your feet. And of course, the most obvious would be to stand on your feet about a foot, hips distance apart, standing and just really feeling your feet on the floor. And you can even feel how your feet feel on the floor. Is the floor hard? Is the floor soft? Are you on a carpet? And just really feel all parts of your foot on the floor. And if you are so inclined, you can take it deeper and sink your energy down into your feet. Maybe a good way to do that would be to stand and just bend your knees, and then you can kind of bounce and just, you're not bouncing up, but you're bouncing down into the earth. So you're really feeling the energy go down, down, down into the earth. And if your mind can do this, just go inside your body and feel your energy go down through your legs, through your feet, and feel your feet, the energy going from your feet down into the earth, down into the center of the earth. And then down from the center of the earth, down through the other side of the earth, and then the energy comes back up around the earth, down through the crown of your head, again back into your body, down through your legs, into your feet, back down into the earth. So obviously the point is, yes, to get your energy down, grounded. And so walking also is another wonderful tool. And you can walk, if you can't get outside, you can walk laps around the house or the apartment. It's just really helpful to walk and just move your body and get your energy connecting to the floor, connecting to the earth. So that's one tool. And then the other, which I love, is essential oils. And I happen to like Young Living, but some people prefer doTERRA or other brands. And the ones that are really helpful for anxiety are either Peace and Calming. I'll show that to you. And obviously that's to help you feel peaceful and calm. And then there's lavender, which is very calming as well. It's gentle and very soothing. And then we have Valor, which is really more about centering yourself and feeling strong and connected inside of yourself, and helping to pull yourself back in from all the chaos and anxiety producing things that are happening outside of you. This just kind of brings you back into yourself, aligns you with your self and also with spirit, just really gives you a strong core. It even makes me stand up straight to think of that. And so ways that you can use it, you can rub them on the bottom of your feet, on the soles of your feet. Take 2 drops and just rub it on the sole of your feet. Or, this is one of my favorites, you can create a diffuser with a little medicine bottle and put little 2 balls of cotton inside. And then just take, let's see, I think I'll go with Valor. Take your essential oil and put 3 to 5 drops right onto the cotton ball. And there you have your instant diffuser, which is very nice. And you can carry it anywhere. And because it's closed, when you open it, you have it right there. And just take a few really nice deep breaths when you feel your anxiety coming up. And that'll also give you a moment to breathe. And which is something that is so obvious, but we forget to do that sometimes. We take a breath in and then we hold it and we forget to exhale. And so with anxiety, that's really what we want to do, is to balance the breath. Just if you take a moment, even right now, just take a minute to just, without changing anything, just notice how you're breathing. So is inhalation longer than the exhalation, or is the exhalation longer than the inhalation? You can check in with yourself. So most likely when you're feeling anxiety, your inhalation is much longer than exhalation. So you can count, and you can count how long it takes to breathe in, and then use that same amount of time to exhale. And when you feel comfortable with that, then you can extend your exhalation. So say if you're inhaling for 4, then exhale for 5. And it may feel a little uncomfortable if you've been very tense for a while. It'll feel uncomfortable to exhale for that amount of time, but if you practice gradually, it'll feel easier and easier. And another way to make that happen naturally is to use what's called a bee breath. And it's where you're breathing in and then you're buzzing. And that automatically extends the exhalation. So if you're having trouble exhaling for a longer length of time, then use that bee breath. That's very helpful. And another helpful thing could be as simple as, well, if you do yoga, you can do child's pose, which is being on the floor on your knees and just folding over on the exhalation. So you take a deep breath in and then exhale as you fold over. And if you can't do that, you can even do it sitting at the dining room table like I am right now. And you can just take a deep breath in and then fold yourself over on the exhalation and just breathe and sit here for 5 to 10 minutes. It's what would be called a restorative pose. And it just helps to kind of reset you, allowing yourself to be folded over like that and just breathing. And again, you can practice your buzzing breath. I think it's called Basmari breath in Sanskrit. And that's just a really nice way, again, to just kind of calm your energy down. So those are the tools that you can do anywhere, really. You can be sitting on a bus and you can do it. You can be sitting at your kitchen table, anywhere you find yourself. And if you feel that you can, this kind of energy ramping up, and you can just exhale, even if you just exhale, that's a big help. Or stomp your feet, sitting in the chair, stomp your feet on the ground. That also will just bring your energy back down to your feet. So I think I made myself clear at the things that are important about reducing anxiety. So the last thing that I want to share with you is a body scan. So if you can sit on a chair, that would be helpful. You can also do it in bed, but I want to guide us through this sitting on a chair so that you can do it again anywhere, in case you don't have a floor that you can lie on. And if your feet are not comfortably flat on the floor with your back against the chair, if you're short like I am, then you can scooch back so your back is against the chair and your legs will end up being on either side of the chair. And that's all right, because the point is you want to have your feet flat on the ground. Okay, soles of the feet on the ground. So let's just start taking a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. And breathe in. And exhale, you can buzz. So now, with your mind's eye, I want you to feel your feet flat on the ground. Is your floor soft or is it hard? Really become aware of how the surface feels on the soles of your feet. Now we can travel up your legs. So from your feet, we're going to travel up through your ankles, your shins, and your calves. Be very aware of your calves. Are they tight? Are they relaxed? Coming up your lower leg, you'll come to your knees. Feel the bend of your knee. Perhaps you can also feel whether they are touching the chair, the inside of your knee, the back of your knee. Just be aware of every surface that your inside knees are touching. Then travel up through your thighs, feeling the back of your thighs on your chair. Is your chair soft or is it a hard chair? Just allow yourself to feel the surface and feel your thighs resting on this chair. Feel your buttocks sitting on the chair. And then from your hips, you'll come up through your pelvis and really feel your pelvis. Is your pelvis sinking into the chair or are you lifting up from the chair? Let your pelvis sink down into the chair. And from that sinking pelvis, you're going to travel up through your lower belly, your abdomen, up through your diaphragm and your rib cage. Feeling your rib cage expanding and contracting with each breath. Into your armpits. And feel your shoulders connecting to your torso. And your upper arms. Let's move down our upper arms into our elbows, into our forearms. Perhaps our forearms are resting on our thighs. Perhaps they are dangling down by the sides of our body. Just notice where they are. If they're touching anything, feel that. Into your wrists and your hands. Perhaps your hands are also resting on your thighs. Feel the warmth or the coolness of the palms of your hand. Just make note. And then coming back up through your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arm, your shoulders, up into your upper shoulders. Are they tight? Is there tension there? You need to just breathe a minute there and let them drop. And then coming up through your neck and your head. Maybe you can feel your jaw. Is your jaw tight? Is your jaw relaxed? Maybe you can drop your jaw. Just allow your jaw to drop. And your face, the facial muscles, your cheeks. Are they relaxed or are they tense? Your eyes, the breath coming from your nose. Feeling your eyeballs just resting in your eye sockets. And up into your forehead, up to the crown of your head. And now we'll go back down through the back of our head and our whole head resting on our neck. This big bowling ball that this neck has to support. Feeling the energy go down your shoulders again, down your upper arm and your elbow, into your forearms, your wrists, your hands, and back up through your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, up to your shoulders where they connect again to your torso. becoming aware of your back resting on the back of the chair, going all the way down through your chest, your rib cage, your upper belly, your middle belly, your lower belly, down into your pelvis, and feeling again the contact of your buttocks on the chair, going down your thighs. Perhaps you can feel your hands resting on your thighs, and the back of your thighs resting on the chair, to your bent knees, down your calves and your shins, down through your ankles, into the soles of your feet. And again, just become aware of your soles of your feet making contact with the floor. And from the floor, no matter if you are in a three-story apartment building or just on the ground floor of a building, feel your feet connect through the floor, down into the earth, down, down, down to the earth. Put your hands on your belly. Become aware of your breath. How is the breath moving your belly? And make note of your breath. Has it evened out? Or are you breathing a little longer on the exhalation? And just slowly becoming aware of the sounds that surround you, other than my voice, and the temperature of the room. And when you're comfortable, slowly open your eyes. And there it is. So you can do that sitting in a chair. I don't even know how long that took us, maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes. So you can do it sitting in a chair, or you can do it lying on a bed, lying on a floor. Lying on the earth would be amazing when it gets warmer and you have something to protect you from other things that you might be worrying about. And yeah, that's it. I hope that's helped you and gives you some things to take home with you. I mean, you're already home, but to bring into your life on a regular basis and share with your friends. You can help your children or your parents through this. You can, if you see kids wrapping up, just do some, just get them to stomp their feet or do something, you can translate it to how a child would be able to relate and just have fun with it.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
As you were talking, it reminded me of just that, how we have naturally these responses when we're children and knowing how to calm ourselves or
Yeah,
to ground. And that's what was really striking to me as you were talking about, when folks curl into a fetal position,
great.
like this curling, it's so anyway, you've given me so much to think about, and I thank you so much for taking the time out to offer this to folks, and we'll be sure to be sharing it in different ways through whether it's through our different social media pieces or email or something like that. But I do thank you, and we're going to stop the recording portion of this part here, but then open it up to Q&A.
Okay, I have one more thing. Speaking of when we're kids, our natural reaction is sometimes
Yes.
to close our fists. And in Chinese medicine, this point in the middle of your hand is very crucial for helping you with anxiety. So we can hold it like this, or we can even just clench our fists because naturally our middle finger hits that point. So again, if we allow ourselves to just follow our intuition, if we're kids and we're just being, and that naturally is what happens. We might stomp our feet and our fists, and that's exactly the common point for anxiety in Chinese medicine. So thank you
Wow.
for reminding
Well, thank you. So, as I said, we'll stop the recording portion of today here and open it up for questions for those that are here. And thank you again,
me.
Suzu.
Thank you so
Really
much.
appreciate you.
Wonderful.
All right.